Good morning to all of you. We'll begin today's class with the numericals which were left from yesterday's carryover. Question number 4 and 5. I am sharing those questions out with you again, and we will do question number 4. Okay. Question number 4 says, identify the various phases of the law of variable proportions from the following schedule and give reasons for your answer. The variable factor in units is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the total product units 16, 40, 66, 80, 90, 90, 80 and 65. This is the question we are going to do. This question has already been written on the board. Now if you look on the board over here, the same thing is given, the variable factor and the TP. We have to find out the phases of the law of variable proportions. Since we have TP, we have to find MP because the law of variable proportions is in relation with TP and MP. So TP will be 16. 16. What is the formula for calculating MP? TPN minus TPN minus 1. 40 minus 16 is 24. 40 minus 16, 24. 16, 6 minus this, 26. 10 minus 6, 4. 7 minus 14. 18. 90 minus 80, 10. Understood how to do it? Then 90 minus 90 is 0, minus 10, and 70 minus 15. Okay, now what do we see? Recognize the stages. The stages in the first, second, third, PP increases at an increasing rate and MP increases. So this is stage number 1, your stage of increasing returns. This is called stage of increasing returns. Why? Because TP increases at an increasing rate and MP increases. TP increases at increasing rate and MP increases. This is the first stage we have identified. The second stage will be 4, 5 and 6. This will be the stage of decreasing returns. Stage of decreasing returns. Why is it called the stage of decreasing returns? Because TP increases at a decreasing rate, MP decreases but remains positive. TP increases at a decreasing rate. MP, what happens to MP? MP decreases but remains positive. Third stage is stage of negative returns. Stage of negative returns. Why is this stage called the stage of negative returns? TP decreases, MP decreases and becomes negative. TP decreases and MP becomes negative. And MP becomes negative. Copy that down. Copy. Is this okay? Have you copied it? Okay, one has copied. Okay. Can I get some more thumbs up, please, if you have done it? Okay. A few more thumbs up if you have done it. Good. Quite a few I got. So now we go on to the next. Next question. Question number 5. Kindly copy this down quickly. Find out the maximum possible output for a firm with 0 unit of labor and 10 units of capital when its production function is Q equals, what is the function? 5L plus 2K. Labor is L is 0, K, how much is K given? And K is 10. Find out the maximum possible output for a firm with 0 unit of labor, which is L, and 10 units of capital, K, when its production function is Q is equal to 5L plus 2K. That is your question. Now look on the board. Substitute the values inside the rate. This is our production function. Q is equal to 5L plus 2K. Q is equal to 5. L's value is 0 plus 2. K's value is 10. So Q is equal to 5 equal to 0 plus 2 times 20. So Q will be what is equal to 20 units. Okay. So children, like this, any production function can be made. Any production function can be made. Values will be given to you. You have to calculate their production output units. Okay. If you have finished, thumbs up, please. If you have finished, then give me a thumbs up, please. Good. Thank you. Okay. With this, we have come to the end of the numerical part of the questions. Now we start a new topic, which is theory of cost and cost curves. So I'm writing this board out. Theory of cost and is the new topic for today. First is write down meaning of cost. How would you define cost? Write down the expenditure incurred, the expenditure incurred on inputs within brackets you may write raw materials and factors of production to produce a commodity is called cost of production. Second, cost function. Next term is cost function. Cost function refers to the mathematical or functional relationship between cost of a product and the various determinants of cost. It is written as C is equal to F P R O T U comma L E T C. The cost of product depends on the following factors. PR is price of the factors of production. PR is the price of the factors of production. O is the size of the output. O is the size of the output. T, technology. T is technology. U is level of capital utilization. Level of capital utilization. And this is T. T stands for time period. T stands for time period. So the cost function is read like this. The cost depends on the following factors: P, R, O, T, U, T, etc. Okay, where PR stands for the price of the factors of production, O stands for the size of the output, T, technology, U, the level of capital utilization, and T is the time period. So these are the factors on which the cost depends upon. This is called the cost function. Next, types of cost. Types of cost. There are four kinds of cost. explicit or implicit cost. Second, money cost and real cost. Money cost and real cost. You can also write this as and, don't consider for explicit and implicit cost, money cost, real cost. The third type of cost would be private cost and social cost. Private cost and social cost. Fourth will be fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost and variable fixed cost and variable cost. These are the four kinds of cost, and we will do them in detail just now. Let us take the first cost, explicit cost and implicit cost. First, explicit cost is the actual money expenses incurred on purchasing and hiring inputs in the production of a commodity So explicit cost is the actual money expenses incurred on purchasing and hiring inputs in the production of a commodity. Explicit cost includes wages paid to laborers, rent of the building, prices of raw material, depreciation of plant, etc. Explicit cost is also known as absolute cost or actual cost. Implicit cost. These are the costs of self-employed or self-owned resources. These are costs of self-employed or self-owned resources. These are estimated. These costs include rent of the building, interest on interest on owners' own capital, comma, salary for the services of entrepreneurs, salary for the services of entrepreneurs. So children, kindly understand this. When expenses is borne by the entrepreneur himself, such costs are called implicit costs. These are estimated cost. For example, if I am doing a business in my own buildings, so what would be the imputed rent? Imputed means the calculated rent as he would give if he had taken somebody else's building. That cost. Secondly, what would be the salary of those if he had employed? So the salary which he pays to himself again is an implicit cost. Okay? This is the difference between explicit and implicit cost. We come to the next one now. Money cost and real cost. First, money cost. Money cost is the amount spent in terms of money by a firm for the production and sale of a commodity. In brackets you can put it production cost. In brackets, production cost. Examples: cost of raw material, comma, interest, comma, wages, comma, publicity expenses, etc. Real cost. Real cost refers to the efforts, sacrifices, inconveniences, discomforts, and pain involved, and pain involved in supplying the factors of production by their owners. Third, private cost and social cost. The third cost, private cost. Private cost refers to the cost of production incurred by an individual firm to produce a commodity. For an individual firm private cost includes both explicit cost and implicit cost. Social cost. Social cost refers to the cost or disadvantages that the society has to bear on account of the production of the commodity. Example, water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, etc. cause health hazards and thereby involves cost to the entire society. Children, will stop till here. Tomorrow I'll give you the definition for fixed cost and variable cost. We are out of time and so we must stop here. We will continue, however, tomorrow. Have a nice day, all of you, and be safe.